If someone had told me that my birthday is going to be in Amsterdam and I was going to be dancing in front of Schiphol Airport, I would not have believed it. But yes, that was my reality today. So please come with me. Let us travel from Germany to Amsterdam. Since we wanted to move around comfortably as one family, we hired this 9-seater Mercedes bus. As we left Munster and joined the German roads, I immediately noticed something that stood out to me. The roads were calm. They were not empty, just calm. People were not driving aggressively. Nobody seemed to be in a desperate rush. Germany is giving me a different, very different impression altogether. Their lives appeared slower, not slow because they were lazy, more like people were not allowing work to control every minute of their lives. That balance between work and personal life is something I found admirable. As our journey continued, something else caught my attention. Huge white structures standing proudly across the landscape. Their blades were slowly turning with the wind. At first, I simply admired how beautiful they looked against the blue sky. Then someone explained that they were wind turbines generating electricity. You know, I've heard of wind vane, but I thought it only tells us the direction of the wind. Like it tells us where the wind is coming from and where it is going. It tells us north, east, and west. I cannot remember my social studies classes now. But for someone to tell me that these wind turbines are generating electricity for the country, oh wow, that was another interesting one, because we have wind in Nigeria. Go to the north. Our country is blessed with sunshine. We have wind. We have enormous natural resources. Seeing these things remind me that nature can become a source of power when properly harnessed. As we continued driving, I started paying more attention to the cars around us. At first, I thought something was wrong with my eyes. Some number plates looked German, others looked almost identical, yet somehow different. I looked closer, I began seeing different letters on the blue strips beside the plates. There is NL, there is B, there is F. Those simple letters, I don't know what it was, so I asked, and I was told that they represented different countries, the Netherlands, Belgium, France, yet here they all were driving comfortably on German roads as if they belonged here. This I find very fascinating also. One moment you're in Germany, the next moment you're seeing cars from Belgium and France driving beside you like next door neighbors. Now, I remember I had been telling my people, everybody hold your passport to, we are entering another country, hold your passport to, and they were looking at me like, where is this one coming from? In my mind, crossing into another country was a big deal. After all, where we come from, international borders usually mean checkpoints, immigration officers, documents, questions about where you are going and why. Like, you cannot enter another country without somebody stopping you now. So as we were going, I was alert, looking out for when we get to the actual checkpoint, so that, you know, I will show them my passport that, so I have Schengen visa. I can enter now, Abi. I was expecting to see a long line of vehicles, you know, waiting to be checked. I was expecting a gate or, you know, something to show welcome to Amsterdam, like a signboard or something. But there was none of those. We just kept moving, kept driving. The road looked exactly the same. The cars kept moving. Nobody slowed down. Nobody stopped us. At first, I was like, well, we're not there yet. But then my phone beeped. I picked it up and I saw welcome to Netherlands. From where to where now? Welcome to Netherlands. What do you mean? I looked around, I asked how far, and the people that were familiar with the roads were like, yeah, we're in Netherlands. How? Netherlands? From where to where? I mean, how did it happen? Apparently, we had crossed the border several minutes earlier. Can you beat that? I had entered another country without even realizing it. To make sure my phone wasn't playing tricks on me, I opened Snapchat, and the location showed Netherlands. That was the moment it finally sank in. I couldn't stop smiling because I didn't believe it. For someone visiting Europe for the first time, that I think I'll forget this in a hurry. It made me realize just how connected, like I was saying it before, how connected these European countries are. But the first thing that I noticed though was the speed of the vehicle. Back in Germany, especially in this their Autobahn, traffic flowed much faster. You will really appreciate how efficiently everything worked. But once we entered the Netherlands, our driver eased off the accelerator. Bro, why are you slowing down? He said that there are speed limits in Netherlands. And then I started seeing it. 100 km per hour, 80 km per hour, 120. Oh my goodness. It was kind of frustrating because why? The road is empty. Nobody is on the road. Why are we slowing down? As we continued driving through the Dutch countryside, the scenery became even more beautiful. Large stretches of green fields surrounded us. Everything looked so peaceful. I saw cows, lots of cows grazing quietly in open fields. That was when I also learned something interesting. Many of us casually say Holland when referring to the country, but the country's official name is actually the Netherlands. Holland technically refers to just two provinces, North Holland and South Holland, although many people still use the name to refer to the whole country. It's one of those little things you only learn when you travel, and I'm here to give you all the tiny nuggets, okay? It is finally time to experience Amsterdam. One thing I quickly realized about this city is that it is so beautiful. I mean, I've seen cities, but this one, Amsterdam, is beautiful. Everywhere you look, there is something beautiful to see. So many cycles. People talk about the bicycles in Amsterdam. I can see it live. I am looking at them live. And surprisingly, the people are also very nice. Having someone speaking English to you, like we came down asking people questions and they were responding in English. It was a really breath of fresh air. First of all, went to the famous Schiphol airport, and this place felt like a tourist attraction on its own. It was clean, modern, and buzzing with people from all over the world. From there, we made our way to one of the Amsterdam's most popular photo spots, the famous I Amsterdam sign. Well, we went there just to take pictures. We decided to do something a little different. So we had rehearsed this dance before, and we didn't even know we were going to carry it out. But here we were. We started dancing. The whole family, everybody dancing. Professional dancers, we were definitely not. Not even close. If there was an award for dancing with confidence instead of coordination, we probably would have won it. But you know what? We didn't care. Fathers and mothers in our midst, we did not bother. We just wanted to show that little child in us, and that made the moment so special. People stopped, of course, to look at us, to video us, to smile with us, to laugh with us.
Happy birthday to you. Many more years to you. Many more years to you. Many more years. Many more. Many more years to you. Sunge Busta Fidu.
And the day even became more special for me personally because drum roll, it happened to be my birthday. Wow, what are the chances? Celebrating my birthday in Amsterdam was definitely not something I had planned even weeks earlier. It just happened that way. So naturally my family made sure I couldn't escape the spotlight. They gave me my own little dance. Yeah, I danced too, right? Whether I danced well or not is a question for another day. Let's not go there, okay? After all that dancing, we started to see another side of Amsterdam, the waterways. So we had earlier planned to book a ferry to take us, the boat ride and all that. That was what we had planned to do. Wanted to experience them from the water and wanted to see sights, the sightseeing with boat rides and all that. So we're already exploring options, looking at the ships and the boats around, when we now discovered something interesting. There was a free ferry carrying people across parts of the water. Okay, we looked at one another and said, let us even see how this free one will be. After the free one, we can decide whether to pay or not. So we joined everyone else waiting, and within few minutes the ferry arrived. People walked on, some had bicycles, some had scooters, some were simply commuters heading home. And there we were, tourists, enjoying every second of what was probably just another normal day for the locals. Like, the government actually kept this ferry and they are moving people without charging them. Yes, the ferry pulled away from the dock and almost instantly we were treated to beautiful views of Amsterdam from the water. The breeze, the boats, the buildings, everything looked different from that perspective. And before we knew it, we had reached the other side. Now, any reasonable person would probably continue exploring, but no, we looked at each other and said, let us enter. Let us enter again. We entered the second time and enjoyed it even more because we're now at the front. I mean, it was beautiful. You should try it if you are new there. We simply relaxed and took in the scenery. Sometimes it's the simplest experiences that become your favorite memories, not because they cost the most, but because they make you smile every time you think and remember them. After spending more time exploring Amsterdam, taking pictures, enjoying the atmosphere and creating memories together, it was finally time to begin our journey back to Germany. As we drove away, I found myself reflecting on everything that had happened in just one day. This morning, we had left Munster, driven on the Autobahn, crossed another country without stopping at immigration, learned new things about Europe, celebrated my birthday, danced in public, unashamed, enjoyed Amsterdam from the water, and now we are heading back home with memories that will stay with us for a very long time. Traveling has a funny way of reminding you that this world is both incredibly big and surprisingly small at the same time. Every journey teaches you something, and sometimes about the places you visit, sometimes about the people you are with, and sometimes it's just about yourself. I hope you've enjoyed coming along on this trip with me, with us. If you did, please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let me know in the comments what surprised you the most about traveling from Germany to the Netherlands, or let me know what you relate with. Okay, thank you so much for watching. And like I said earlier, find time to unwind and rest from all the brouhaha. Find time to have your own little vacation. Find time to live your life. You don't have to have millions in your account before you leave. You can just find that fine, beautiful place beside your house and chill there for a few minutes. I'll see you in the next episode. You don't even want to know what is coming in the next episode. I love you. Bye bye.